I started to ask you what the over and under was on how many plays it would take them to score, and the answer was
One.
one.
Uh, so Ione is, as he gets some congratulations there from his halfback teammate Serrano. Ione's the one that's known as the Thunder in this combo with Thunder and Lightning, but on that time he showed a little bit of speed with his size. I mean, he's about twice the size of Serrano, but he was able to outrun everybody out there, and that's a kick is up. Looks like it was blocked. It was touched and tipped, so going to be a miss on that extra point. So that's going to put it at 27-0. But
Joe, it's both of those young men, Toronto, Samuels. Once they get that outside edge, they're a different type of running back. But once they get that outside edge, but boy, once he made the cut, there was four guys chasing him, and he was pulling away from them at the end.
yeah, I noticed one trying to make the tackle there at the end. He threw out his arms and tried to do
A dive tackle.
yeah, whatever he could because he knew he wasn't going to catch him. So once again, impressive offense. I mean, we name these guys: Ione Samuel, Trey Serrano, Devin Williams, Aiden Evans. Dennis, there's got to be a lineman out there blocking for those guys.
Oh, absolutely. We probably need to give some of those guys some little bit of love here in just a little bit. Once again, kickoff muffed.
So 21, Ramirez is going to field it. Does a good job getting it back out to the 20. So Alexis Ramirez on the return gets about 10 yards.
On the kick return for George. Brady Clinton on the stop for Central. 1st and 10 for George from the 20.
So we're going to get the Wranglers back out there and see if they can figure out this defense. So far, it's been slow going for them.
Wide receivers split to both sides of the field. Joe. They're going to have a couple men in the slot, one running back.
Going to hand off to Ramirez. Ramirez cuts it inside. Going to get about 5-6 yards on the play, so not a bad first down there for the Wranglers. Going to put them ahead of down in distance at this point.
Number 17, Jack Rhodes on the stop for the Warriors. 2nd down and 5 for George.
I think that was Jackson Rhodes, Joey, on the stop, if I'm not mistaken there. Is he be number 17? Is that correct?
I believe so. Rhodes in a linebacker. So, look like there's going to be a penalty, some movement, or maybe someone crossed the line here.
Officials going to have to discuss this one, looks like.
Going to be a encroachment against the defense. A couple of Warriors are confused. It looks like they're saying that the other guy jumped, but
Against the Warriors.
such is the play. So that's going to be a first down.
1st and 10 from the 31.
Going to give him a first down at the 31-yard line.
First penalty we've seen tonight against the Warriors.
So Pounders is going to be in. Got one halfback, trip wide receivers to the near side. Shotgun snap. Snap is good. He's going to put the ball in Ramirez's hands, and Ramirez is going to go to the outside where he is immediately met by a couple of different Warriors. Esparza in on the tackle, but it was really number 6, Cade Klinkskells. There did a really good job of fighting off his blocker and just pushed the pile back. So good job there for Klinkskells.
5 of the Warriors there at the end, Joey, so that shows you how they're swarming on defense.
Jackson Conley in on the play as well. So 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 wide receiver way up top for the Wranglers. Pounders is going to give the ball off to number 20. That's Pounce, Yair Pounce, and Pounce is going to get about 6-7 yards. They're still going to be behind the sticks. 3rd and about 4, 3rd and 5. So
3rd down and 3 for George.
Should be 3rd and 3. Pounders takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Pounce. Pounce is going to go up the middle, and he's met by number 21. That's Hayden Barker.
They just keep playing basic belly football, Joey, out of this spread formation, and it's hard to do much when you've got all your running backs and your tight ends are split as far out as they are. You don't have anybody out in front to block for these guys.
He did manage a first down on that one, so it's going to be one of the first downs of the night for the Wranglers, non-penalty first downs at least. So see if the Wranglers can get something going here on this series. So 2:37 to go in the third quarter. Central up 27-0. Jack Pounders in at quarterback, and Pounders going to have a little bit of exchange issue with his halfback and going to fall on the ball again. Dennis, that's probably about the third or fourth fumble in the backfield we've seen. I don't know if it's just that, a lot of these quarterbacks now, they try to do that read option where they're putting it in there and they're waiting to that last second to decide whether they want to keep it or they want to hand it off. So we've had a couple of bad exchanges there. It's going to put them at 2nd and 15 for the Wranglers tonight. So 2nd and 15 on the 36.
Once again, they're in that pass formation, Joey, with one running back.
So Pounders is going to pass this time. Ball goes to number 22, and he is met immediately. It's going to be incomplete as Trey Serrano laying the hit that time.
Serrano hit him about the time the ball got there. It popped out, and young man picked it up and tried to advance it, but officials said, no, we're going to have to call this one back.
Yeah, Jackson Conling thought he found a present there, but Serrano, great form tackle there on the play. Waited till the ball got there and didn't commit the pass interference, so good job there.
3rd down and long. Georgia's been used to this all night long, Joy. This is about the 4th or 5th 3rd down and long situation they faced in this contest.
So 3rd and 15, Jack Pounders in at quarterback for the George Wranglers. Gets the snap. He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to throw. Short pass here to number 4, I believe. Yep, that was number 4, Miguel Medina on the reception, but just got back up to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th and 10 at about the 41 for the Wranglers. They're going to bring out the punt team. So Serrano's going to go back to receive the punt. Last couple times they've punted away from him. They had a penalty that called him back, and they had to punt to him again once before, and he ran it back for a touchdown. So we'll see if we got fireworks again. Ione Samuel is the up back. If they decide to kick it short, he might have a chance. So ball is up, and it's going to go to Serrano. Depending upon the bounce, he is going to pick it up, and he's going to look to get down the field. So Serrano comes to the near sideline. He breaks a couple of tackles and ends up getting upended by number 3 quarterback Jack Ponders on the tackle there. So
Serrano picked that ball up, Joey, at about the 32-yard line, and he was able to almost effortlessly bring it all the way out to the 48.
Yeah, he was at the 45 before anybody had touched him, before anybody had got near him. So explosive running back there for the Warriors, showing what he can do again. So Devin Williams this time in. Aiden Evans is going to roll out. He's looking to throw. That's 34. Esparza is going to take the ball at about the first down marker and get there. First down. So I'm sorry, that's not Esparza. That's 34. That's Nash Jeffers. I apologize, Mr. Nash. I know you're listening to this later. And great student and great athlete there, Nash Jeffers. Good kid.
Ball just inside the 40. 26 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
So Aiden Evans is going to turn, hand off to Devon Williams. Williams goes up the center. He jukes a couple guys, stiff arms another, jumps over another one, and he's finally going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 18, 17-yard line. So great first down gain there by Devon Williams.
And, Joy, that was 8 or 9 yards after the first contact. He was able to just stiff arm the defender, move down the right sideline, and we're going to be right back in the red zone here momentarily.
Devon gets overshadowed at times with Serrano and Samuel, but he is one shifty, speedy running back as well. This team is deep, and a good example there of, a third running back on the field for the Warriors is a good sign. So Evans is going to be in the shotgun. He's going to turn and throw to Hayden Wood. Wood's going to take the ball around the sidelines. He's going to bowl over a couple of guys, finally gang tackled after the first down, so he gets down inside the 10-yard line. Great catch there by Wood.
Once again, Joy, the yards after catch, he just caught the ball out there in the flats, and after he was met with some of the defenders, he carried him for about 5 or 6 yards, additional yards, to move down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's going to be the horn for the third quarter. We're going to move into the fourth quarter now with the Warriors up 27-0. We're going to stay here with it. Talk a little bit about some of our sponsors, Dennis. We go to commercial breaks. We get some of those out there. You see the Slim Chicken videos. Everybody loves some Slim Chickens. And, Eureka Pizza for giving us food over the year.
Saw McClarty on there.
McClarty Ford in Northwest Arkansas up here does a great job. So, I just can't say enough, really. Everett Chevrolet is out on the field. I mean, you've got some of these businesses around here in Northwest Arkansas. And like you said, Dennis, you've been around sports before I was even born, so I know at least 40 years, maybe close to 50, 60 years now.
Well, now, come on, Joe.
The support up here in Northwest Arkansas from these businesses and community for these football programs is next to nothing in the state.
Oh, it's amazing, Joy. And and it's not only up here in Northwest Arkansas, it's just a little bit different. Not only is it amazing at this level in these big towns, but the smaller towns, the support's amazing as well. I got to come up and do a football game at West Fork last year and got real good community support.
So Devon Williams is going to take the handoff and get down to about the 3, maybe 4-yard line. So great running by the young man there from Evans to Devon Williams. Yeah, as I sit here and I look at the stadium, I mean, I think about, growing up, we didn't have a scoreboard that looked like that and a practice facility that looked like that and a press box that looks like this. Devon Williams gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. So once again, the Warriors offense just cannot be denied. Devon Williams on the touchdown this time. It's going to put the Warriors up big in the fourth quarter.
Joey, back in the day when I played football, they used a chalkboard to keep the score.
Yeah, and that was on the back of the horse and buggy?
Yeah.
Well, times have changed, at least up here in Northwest Arkansas. So big-time football. It's a big-time school, big-time program here that Coach Forder's got. So the kick is up and good, 34-0 for the Central Warriors. So with 7:32 left to go in the game, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds with more Warrior football.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting where it matters most. Faster care in the emergency room. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale.
Lead over the George Wranglers. So kickoff is down, and looks like Ramirez gets tripped up about the 15-yard line. So with 7:26 to go, the Warriors are up 34-0 on the George Wranglers. So Dennis,
about a 9-yard return for Ramirez there. And once again, Joy, they're starting in the hole, and that's been the problem all night long for George. Field position has killed them, but also turnovers.
Dennis, we looked over at both sidelines a little bit earlier too, and now you can kind of see Coach Forringer's getting some of the substitutes in there on defense. The depth of this Central team is really a big asset for them. Here late in the game, getting some of these guys playing time.
I think what I said earlier, Joey, it looked like there were 3 football teams over here on this side of the field.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. That's a call out to Coach Forringer and his staff on really getting out these gentlemen that want to play for Central and want to be a part of this Warrior football team. Ball is on the ground. Looks like he's going to be covered by the Warriors. So number 13, that's Ian Casamayor on the recovery. So great job there. We had a couple of Warriors with like number 34 Nash Jefferson there on the stop, and so looks like we're going to have a new offense out there.
Looks like we're going to have a totally new offense out there, Joey, pretty much.
So Evan Baker goes in at quarterback. Baker played a little bit quarterback last year as an 8th grader if Evans was hurt or if they were in a situation where the game was out of hand. So we've seen Baker throw. He's got a nice little arm on him. In the backfield, he's going to have – I'll have to wait and see what number that is. Number 4 takes the handoff from him straight up the middle. That's going to be Lee Allen. So Allen getting some playing time here at running back. Allen's one of those kids – when he gets a seam and he has the space, he's pretty hard to catch as well. He's one of the quicker kids out there.
And it's always good, Joey, to see these kids that may not get to play as much in close games to get in there and get some reps with this much time in the game.
So Baker in at quarterback. Baker's going to take the snap from shotgun. He's going to hand off to Allen. Allen's going to go around the edge and just tripped up. Good tackle there by number 4, Miguel Medina. Medina, I think, saved a touchdown.
Going to bring up 3rd down and a short 6 for Central. Clock does continue to run, 5 minutes and 46 seconds to go.
So 5:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. With the running clock, this game is well in hand for the Warriors, but they're going to get some nice snaps and reps here for some of their second-team guys. So Baker's going to take the snap. He's going to throw over here to number 12. He cuts on the inside. He's got a couple of Wranglers on him. He's still fighting. And looks like he's going to be down at about the 1-yard line. So that was a nice pass completion from Baker to, I think that was number.
1st and goal for Central from the 1.
Look for Allen. Take this straight up the middle.
Yep, the handoff is to Allen. He squeezes in, and he's in for the touchdown. So the Warriors have put 40 on the board here in Northwest Arkansas tonight. The great offensive performance, and this team looks like they're primed and ready for conference championship here in a couple of weeks, Dennis.
So, Joey, you said we've got next week we have Southwest. Is that correct?
Next week is Lakeside.
Lakeside.
And then the week after that we have Siloam to end the season. And then after that there'll be a championship game of some sort. So kick is up and good for Poland. So 41-0 with 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's been a dominating performance by Coach Foringer and the Warriors tonight.
Joey, I think the 3 games that I've seen, I think that the Warriors have scored about 115, 116 points in the 3 games that I've done. And down there in eastern Oklahoma, where I've been calling football games, we have some teams that don't score 116 points in a season.
I believe it. You talk about me being Nostradamus. I told some of these teachers and I told some of these parents at Central that anytime Central football was mentioned within the last year, I said, watch out for this 9th grade team. These guys are going to be good. I knew what we had coming back, and even though the 8th grade team lost the game last year, I knew they were going to come in renewed this year trying to regain some of the glory that Central's had in the past. And so far this season, I've been correct.
5:04 left to play here. There's the kickoff.
So fielded cleanly by the Wrangler. He's going to come up the side here. And he's going to get gang tackled at about the 36, 37-yard line. So good field position for the Wranglers. Just a little too late here for him.
Jesus Garcia. I know the bottom of the pile there, Joey, came out. It was number 5, Jackson Conley. There was several players on the stop, but Conley, and I think they almost had a chance at another fumble recovery there.
Looks like they were in there battling on it. So once again, we've got some of the backup, second team, whatever you want to call them out here for the defense. So
trying to call some of those names. I see Hudson Morney. Trying to check some of these other numbers.
I see Lee Allen out there. I see the ball going to go out the outside, number 61, and he is trucking down the
He's
field.
motoring.
Eventually stopped by number 33, Quinn Napolitano. So
That's that big Alexander Guarva that we talked about earlier.
yeah, Guevara there
Guevara.
had the biggest yardage gain. I think that's probably triple the amount of yards they've had on the night on that run alone.
That definitely doubled their output. In fact, that puts them as I've got it 79 yards total.
So see if this second team defense for Central can, hold the Wranglers down here, especially in this formation they got going on. So they're going to hand up. This time it's Ramirez that takes the snap, Pounce. And Pounce is going to come to the outside and get a couple yards there, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. So Yair Pounce there receiving the snap. They're changing it up a little bit. You got to give the Wranglers a little credit. They're still fighting here with 3 minutes to go, down 41.
Trying to get in the end zone, and, of course, Central would like nothing better than to preserve this shutout. But a lot of times when you've got first-teamers going against second-teamers late in the game, it's hard to keep everybody contained.
So I see 66, Wyatt Gertisier out there. Good kid of mine. Let's see who's in at corner. Number 18, Mark Poland, the kicker out there, getting some work at corner. The snap's going to be to 52. He's going to go straight up the middle, and he's going to stiff arm a couple guys and get into the end zone. So big man scores for the Wranglers. That's Xavier Engel on the score. So the shutout is no more. They're going to be on the board. George's going to score here late, 3 minutes to go in the game, down 41-6. They put some points up on the board.
Actually, good job there. They went about 78 yards in 5 plays, Joy. But that's not something they would have done had the Central first-team defense been on the field.
Absolutely. So we'll see here. Extra point pending. A snap and ball is down. Kick is up and good. So 41-7 here with 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes and a second in the ball game. So we'll see if the Central offense is going to come back out, what they're going to do in response to that touchdown. You hate to see them give up that 0, but still minutes for those backups, especially here late in the season. You get a couple injuries. They're invaluable. You can't beat getting your guys some playing time, even if it does give up that shutout.
Absolutely. And, I've said it all along, and I say it every week, Joey, when I broadcast games in Fort Smith. Those second-teamers, they come to every practice just like the first-teamers do. They want to get in there and play, and, they've got to get some experience. So, and it's like I said, when you've got the first team, this George first team, who was moving the ball a little bit from time to time on the first-teamers, but when you get your second-team defense out there, and a lot of the kids, maybe the first time they're getting any extended playing time for the year, it's real easy to allow a touchdown like that.
So the Wranglers are going to kick off for only the third time, or the third time on the game, I believe, or this will be the second time we got the ball to start the game. Serrano on the up back. Serrano throws off a couple players and able to come forward and get a couple yards there. So
Serrano picked up about 23 yards on that after picking the ball up at 17, but they had him after about a 6 or 7 yard game, and he just fought through it, brought the ball back out. So we'll probably see some straight up the middle runs here, maybe a quarterback keeper or two. But the clock is going to continue to run.
As the PA announcer says, Dennis, students, you need to start calling your parents. It's the time the game's just about wrapped up here at HAR-BER Wildcat Stadium tonight. But we'll get a couple more plays here for the second team offense. Ben Baker's in. It's going to be a timeout for the Wranglers. We're going to take a timeout with them in our last commercial break here for the night. So with 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, Central up 41-6. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back here in 30 seconds with more Warrior football.
The Springdale Chamber of Commerce is among the top 1% of chambers in the nation to be honored with a 5-star rating by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We work each day to make our members more profitable through programming and events that strengthen our economy, help to create jobs for a growing population, and support the needs of a diverse community. We make Springdale a better place to live. Learn more about the Chamber and Springdale by visiting our website, springdale.com.
Baker's going to hand off to Lee Allen. Allen up the middle. It'll be an easy run for about 6-7 yards.
Even more substitutes coming into the game now, Joey. I saw 52, Caden Sherrill, 76, Tayson Hawthorne, and 72, Carson Fink make their way into the contest. And also, we've had number 50, Zane Wilson in there up front.
Good job there from the first team. Move to 6. Minute 38 to go. We're not going to see too many more, but even more substitutions. 66. Wyatt Gardesier in there. 62. Rafael Rihanna. 76 stays out there. Tayson Haythorne. Now Tayson comes off the field, but we like Tayson. Tayson's a former student of mine. We're good friends with his aunt, so
also see
him out there get some playing time.
Leo Bradley in there, Joey, and it looks like number 23, Titus Kramer. Trying to say as many of these names as we can here in the last minute. Give these kids some credit for getting into the ball game.
Luke Greep's in at center. He's going to snap it to Baker and hands off to Allen. Allen comes to near side and gets tripped up. Stays on his feet, though, and finally gang tackled for about a probably 1 yard loss.
So the Warriors will have to snap the ball 2 more times here, Joey, and that'll be the ball game with the play clock like it is. In fact, yeah, they'll have to snap it at least 2 more times. Going to bring it up 2nd down and 8.
Let's see, 19, Jimmy Meeks in at wide receiver. Looks like 33. Quinn Napolitano in at slot receiver, so some good playing time for some of these kids. Good snaps. Baker's going to fake the handoff now, roll out, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Napolitano.
That's going to be the ball game, Joey.
So with the running clock here, even on the incomplete pass, the ball is going to – clock's going to say 0, but – a dominating performance for the Warriors tonight, 41-6 on George. So Dennis and I will be back here next Thursday about the same time, same place with a game against the Lakeside Golden Eagles. So we look forward to hearing from you guys there. Dennis, any parting words about this Central team tonight?
Joey, it amazes me to come back week after week, and they just get better each week. You know, I was a little confused earlier on the fact that you guys play 12 junior high games during the season. Down in the Valley, everybody plays 10, you know, and I was a little confused with that. But congratulations to Coach Foreigner and his staff taking his team to 10-0 on the year. A couple more games, and it looks like we may be working our way towards a championship contest.
Yeah, without a doubt, that'll be exciting. So for Springdale Public Schools, Dr. Todd Lofton here at Central and our amazing assistant principals, we appreciate everything you guys do, putting this on, and Dr. Stellick allowing for this broadcast to happen, and all the people back here, the kids behind the booth, Miss Dana Wright and Mr. Dennis McCaslin for coming up here from Fort Smith helping us out. I'm Joey McCaslin, 41-6. A wonderful night for Warrior football. We're going to sign off. We'll see from you in about a week here at 7:30 versus Lakeside Golden Eagles. Thank you, guys, and we appreciate you tuning in to Warrior football.